Hello everyone, Simon here. We have Fallout Tactics. So Fallout 4 hype is pretty strong right now, so I've decided to play the one Fallout that nobody really likes, and it's not even really a Fallout because Fallout is role-playing games, and this one is a turn-based tactical thing. But the thing is, I played this one first. Like, I kind of managed to miss Fallout 1 and 2, and then I found this game, and I played this one first. And, at the time I thought it's a decent game. I don't see what the problem is. But of course, Fallout 1, 2, 3, and New Vegas, like, they're all better than Fallout Tactics. But Fallout Tactics is not a bad game. It's a decent game, but it's just not as good as the other ones. But I like it. I like it. Anyway, so let's go straight into the game. We don't need to see the intro. Oh, options. So we're going to play on easy difficulty because if we play on hard difficulty, all it means is we're going to reload the game more often. Easy is pretty easy, but I feel like we shouldn't get into too much grinding because I don't want to record myself failing over and over again. Or maybe we should go normal. Let's go normal. Maybe too easy is too easy. Let's go normal. And we're going to play squad turn-based. You can play continuous turn-based, which is kind of like real-time, but it's basically a lot easier on squad turn-based. If all the tactics are easier. Maximum blood for maximum blood, and alright, let's go. Straight in. I'm going to skip the tutorial, skip the intro, and news. You start off with creating a character or choosing a character. We're not going to go with any of these guys because they're all fail. So we're going to create. I'm going to say the name is, let's just Simon. I am Simon. The face, I'm going to choose this guy. We can go look at all the faces if you want. White dude, Hispanic dude, dudes, more dudes. They all have this very similar facial hair. Look at this. Look at the facial hair. Facial hair is the same facial hair for all of them. I don't really feel particularly strongly about any of these guys. They all have the same facial hair. I'm just gonna go with this guy because in the post-apocalyptic future there is no one to cut your hair for you. Let's just go with the black hair, relatively tan skin, and yellow. And we're gonna choose, so the traits, basically we're gonna max out the main stats as much as possible. So gifted gives you less skill points, but an extra point to all of the main stats. So the skill point, you get skill points to allocate with every level up, but your main stats don't really change throughout the game. So this stuff you get more of later on, but this stuff you won't. So I want to max out this stuff now. And so we're basically playing a carry kind of character. So it's going to be slightly weaker in the early game and then just kind of strong in the late game is what we're going to do. So small frame, you carry less, but you have one more agility. So those are the traits that give you as many stat points as possible. So skilled is the opposite, like you gain more of these, but you take longer to gain perks. Perks are quite important. Every 3 levels you get a perk, which is like bonus things. Some of these are kind of interesting, but not that useful. I'm not going to go through all of them in detail. I'm just going to go with small frames. Gifted, we're going to go, I think 7 strength. So with Fallout Tactics, everything is just guns. Like with other Fallout games, you can play through them without shooting anyone, for the most part. But with Fallout Tactics, it's just guns. Like, you don't need charisma. You don't really need, because you never really talk to anyone. I mean, you can get a little bit more money when you trade and stuff like that, but it doesn't really matter. So we're gonna go with that. Endurance, I think 5 is okay. Perception, we're gonna max out to 10 because, as we said, it's a tactical shooter sort of a thing, so you need guns to work well, and perception basically defines the accuracy of your guns. Agility, we're going to go with 8 agility. So every 2 agility, you get one more action point there. So if you go 10, you have 10 action points. You have 8, you have 9 action points. And the way the action points works is that the 8 action points allows you to fire a single shot twice. It takes 4 action points to shoot once. But if you burst fire, it's 5 action points. So basically, the more action points you have, the more stuff you can do. Also, agility defines how fast you can or how quickly you can move each turn. Although sequence doesn't matter because we're playing squad turn based, but stuff like armor class, that's kind of useful. So endurance, charisma, intelligence is quite important. And luck is also kind of important if you want good perks. I think I want 7 luck, actually. Yeah, luck. I think luck you really only want for the perks. I'm not gonna go look for the details of the perks. But I think like if you lower your luck too much, then you can't get some of the really good ones. I don't remember if I need 6 or 7 luck. I honestly don't remember. Alright, so let's put the endurance up to 6. I think I'm going to do this. I think this is good. Alright, we're done. Oh, right. So we can tag these skills. So the skills you tag can go up faster. As we said, this game is all about guns. I mean, you got a lot of weapons, you get kind of knives and spears and grenades and whatnot. Don't worry about any of that, just go with guns. If you're good with guns, you're good. You're good for the whole game. And we will need big guns and energy weapons. You don't get them until late in the game, but you will actually need energy weapons in the late game. So we're going to go with that, and the other stuff is kind of useful, nowhere near as important as guns. Alright, let's go.
Alright, you mutated redneck green-skinned sacks of irradiated flesh, listen up! I am Paladin Rychek. I am in charge of training you backward maggots in the art of war and survival. In my time in the Brotherhood, I have personally trained more than 50 initiates, and I am proud to say almost 14 of them are still alive and kicking. The Elders have ordered me to mold you flabby, hip-slapping, berry-picking, rat-rubbing Brahmin kissers into capable warriors. And I am going to do it, even if it kills you. I will teach you how to eat, sleep, walk, talk, shoot, spit like a Brotherhood soldier. First level of training will be recruitment detail. You'll go to the surrounding villages and see what able-bodied primates are ready for an honest life's work. It is your duty to remind the village elders that if they want continued protection from the scum of this world, they will uphold their end of the bargain by providing resources and their best and brightest for Brotherhood training. Now get your weak-kneed, superstitious, soft-skinned, uneducated butts to the armory. You will be issued basic weapons and armor. There are 3 simple rules to follow with Brotherhood equipment. If you damage your weapon, you will spend a week in the box. If you damage your armor, you will spend a week in the box. If you lose either, I'll kill you myself. And one final thing, ladies. Welcome to the Brotherhood of Steel.
At ease, Initiate. My name is General Barnaky. I will be giving you your orders before every mission. But before that, I'd like to personally welcome you aboard. Considering that the Brotherhood basic training attrition rate is 85%, you should be very proud of yourself. Now, on to business. 2 nights ago, raiders invaded the resource-rich tribal village of Brahmin Wood. Their losses have been heavy, and they are now ready to accept the Brotherhood's conditions for protection. We will return their lands and rescue these primitive people in exchange for food and a portion of their older children for new recruits. We must expand our ranks to meet our objectives, which makes every village count. I don't know what is driving the raiders this close to our base of operations, but they have been punishing the surrounding area. Brahmin Wood is one of many villages that is now occupied by raiders. The inhabitants that did not escape have been slain or imprisoned. Make no mistake, Initiate, they have killed a fair amount of our brothers. Do not underestimate them. You will take your squad to Brahmin Wood, locate and eliminate the leader of the group of raiders. Once he is removed, his followers will surely fall into disarray. You will then use the Brotherhood's superior might and intellect to butcher the remaining criminals. This is a standard assault mission, so consult the map in your Pip-Boy for the latest intelligence on the area. One more thing, warrior. You must ensure that the village elder survives. He is the key to our plans for this town. According to the local tribal custom, he alone deals with outsiders. Without him, we can have no agreement with the rest of the tribe. Dismissed.
Alright, start mission. So we're gonna save at the beginning of every mission. And we're going to use the quick save a lot. So I didn't look at the intro, but basically we are in the Chicago area, and we're looking for Vault Zero, and we are an offshoot of the Brotherhood of Steel from California. We're like a separate faction of them, and we're like cut off from the main group, and we've established a new presence here in the Chicago area. And unlike the old Brotherhood of Steel, this one is open to recruiting people and sharing technology a little bit and expanding. Whereas the old Brotherhood of Steel is quite what's the word? They're quite withdrawn from the rest of society, and they don't share any of their knowledge and technology. So it's like a completely different thing, completely separate from what the other Fallout games are about. So let me just guns. We're not going to use. We are not using knives. Thank you. So we got pistols. We got shotgun. So I should probably explain these characters. So I've played this game a lot, so I know these guys. So Farsight has a hunting rifle, which is good for long range, and she has 8 perception, which is decent, and 4 guns. So she is your shooter. Basically, you're pretty basic shooter, but I'm a better shooter because I know what this game requires. So we got guns, and this is Stitch, who is a doctor. So his perception is only 4, which is not very good. But his shotgun means that he's going to be kind of useful close up. But mostly he's here for first aid and doctoring, which he's quite good at. So if we go look at his inventory, we've got first aid kit and doctor's bag, which you kind of need at least 1 medic in your squad. We're gonna go to set to aggressive, shoot all enemies that you see. Let's go with burst in single and single. Let's just check the inventory again. So she's got a few bullets and guns and shotguns and guns. Alright, good. So quick save and let's go.
Greetings to the Brotherhood of Steel. You are speaking with Charon, elder and tribal father to Brahmin Wood. You have arrived none too soon. Our village has fallen to raiders who rode out of the darkness. Some of my people escaped death or bondage by fleeing into the wasteland, but without tools and shelter. This must be the doing of the Brahmin god of fate. With the bandits we trade away our present. In the Brotherhood, we trade away our future. Very well, Initiate. I fully agree to your terms, but I fear this decision will haunt me till I reach the eternal grazing field in the heavens. Our villages are being held prisoner in the camp. Save them, and you will have more people to aid your cause. Lose them, and you will be cutting Brahmin from your own herd.
So he's the chief of this tribe here. We're gonna be saving his people from the raiders, and that's gonna be the first mission. Alright, so let's go back to the Pip-Boy and look at the map. So every mission you get a map which shows you what's going on. So we're here, we start here. Lightly patrolled. Using this place as a guardhouse. So you might notice that there's like distinct rooms. So the first mission, you go around here, through here, up here, and then around back to there, through there, and then to the boss here. So you kind of go around in a loop, and then come out again. So the first mission is quite linear. You kind of shoot the enemies, walk forward, shoot the enemies, walk forward, and as you kind of follow these numbers around, you get slightly more and more difficult challenges until you face the boss. And you know, first mission being relatively simple, it's just kind of it doesn't give you very much kind of choice as to how you go about it. Like you just have to walk forward and shoot guys. So it's going to be fairly straightforward. There are some hostages there. Alright, so let's go. So there's going to be enemies here. In fact, can we see them? We can't see them yet. So because I've played this game before, and the first mission is quite familiar to me, we're going to put Stitch here because his shotgun is not going to be very useful at the start. We're going to put Farsight there, and then we're going to put Simon here. And so you can see that you can see these guys, and they start shooting each other. They're good. There's a guy there, there's a guy there. There's also a guy and a dog there. Let's see, Farsight can shoot him for 48%. So that's like a 48% chance of hitting them. So we critically hit him for 13 points bypassing defenses. Burst Fire is... I can't hit him. So I can't hit him because he's out of range of my SMG. So I'm going to stand here and Overwatch. Overwatch means that on their turn you can shoot them if they come in range. Oh, he's coming towards me, good. So the AI is... there's a little bit of unpredictability. That guy just went prone, so we can't see him anymore. I believe... Okay, 42, 51. I wanna... So I can kill him. No, I can't. So I'm gonna go single and Overwatch, and Stitch is also going to Overwatch from here. So because the dog's gonna come charging at you, because the dog does not have guns, and so it can only run towards you and bite you. So we want to kill the dog before it gets to us. And that guy's almost dead. Can Stitch hit him? No. Simon can kind of hit him. Alright, Farsight is going to shoot him 2 more times. Hopefully hit him. I guess not. Alright, Simon is going to kill the dog. Alright, good. And then I believe I want to crouch and then move forward. So crouching makes you a smaller target and also gives you better aim, but you move slower, right? Gonna move Stitch forward a little bit and then in turn. So you'll notice that the enemies don't have very good accuracy. Simon is going to move here. Farsight, I believe I want to move her 4 movement points and then shoot him. Or shoot at him. Stitch can't hit anyone. Neither can they. So yeah, you can see that. I mean, it is the first mission, so the Raiders' stats are not very good. We are here, we have 35% chance of hitting him. Let me just start shooting, taking pot shots at him. I mean, the odds aren't good, but at the same time, it doesn't really matter. So we just kind of trade shots until he dies. Like we are more accurate than they are, so they can't really hit us. Alright, and reload. Oops. If you misclick, it doesn't. It's not very forgiving. This game. I can probably walk up closer to him. Alright, he's crouching down, so it's gonna be harder to hit him. Let me move Farsight forward by 4 movement points and see if we can get a better odds. Nope. 31. So we're just gonna play the numbers here until we manage to kill him. So the thing about the combat is just you're throwing dice, and it's the same way with the old Fallout games. Everything is just percentages, right? And there is like positioning, and there's a bit of tactics, but oh, I got hit! Amazing. There's a bit of tactics, but also a lot of just percentages. Alright, good. And Simon is going to move forward. So there's a guy prone on the ground here, there's a guy prone on the ground there. They're too far away for me to hit them. Stitch, I believe, should run forward. Let's put him there. And turn. No, there he is. So he's come back up and I can see him again. Can I see him from here? No. Probably stand up. Burst fire? 30%, it's not very good. Yeah, no. Alright, crouch back down. Far sight can see him. I think I'm gonna move far sight to there. And then start shooting at him. Again, we're gonna stay at a distance because we have better aim than they do. Oh, he just used the stim pack, which kind of sucks because if we killed him before he could use it, then we could have gotten an extra stim pack. But I guess not. Alright, let's shoot him. 41%. Alright. That's pretty good. Is he gonna come close? Alright, so then we're gonna keep throwing bullets at him until he dies. Gonna shoot him as well. Stand up, burst fire, crouch down. Ah, Stitch is not gonna do anything. Alright. Maybe I should hold back on the burst fire. Burst fire, I believe, is less accurate, but obviously more damage, which is throwing more bullets at him. Let me reload. Far sight is gonna reload as well. Might as well move forward and then crouch. I just reloaded. Do I want to come over here? Or can I? I can't just go over there. Where can I go? The enemies don't have automatic weapons yet, so it doesn't really matter if we're clumped up. Later on, if you're fighting like super mutants with machine guns, then you don't want to clump up because they just get sprayed. Alright, so there he is. Nice try, bro. Can we hit him? 37. Oh, we can hit him. Alright, what's my... let me move forward by one movement point and take 2 shots at him. Hey, that's pretty good. Alright. And I think what I'll do here is just overwatch until he comes back up. Like that. And we're just gonna take it real slow and real careful. Alright. And that's like the first 4 enemies. Not a big deal. And of course you loot them. The dog has no loot. But the other guys should have. There's containers in the environment. Let me just make sure we... So that's the door coming back out. We can't go in that way yet. And then there's like 2 dead guys here. Alright, good. Get that. And get that. Let me, Who? Wait a minute. Oh, I didn't actually... Wow. Take ore. Alright, take ore. Then just leave the... Did I loot this guy? Did I take ore? Or did I just leave the loot on the body? Wow. Alright, make sure you take the loot and just look at it and then walk away. So some of these pots are actually containers. Alright, so there's a guy in here, I know that because I've played this game before. We're gonna go burst fire. Far sight, I guess, should actually stitch. Can come up here. I guess we can crouch. And the far sight's gonna run over here at range. So he's gonna run out. I'm gonna shoot him as he does. Or he's just gonna crouch down. And I'm just gonna shoot him. So the AI is slightly random. Because sometimes he will just run out. But then this time he just kind of crouches down and does nothing. So Simon and Stitch are gonna oversight here with guns ready, and we're just gonna keep taking pot shots at him. And he does nothing. Nope, he's running. Alright, he's coming out. Kind of. Alright, let's just oversight everybody, see what happens. He might just stay there. Yeah, he's gonna hide behind the wall. Move far side over here. Can't see him. Oh, you can't overwatch. Come on, come on. Alright, he's not gonna do anything. Let me see if I can get the angle right and start hitting him. I could just run up these two guys and spray him up close. Let me do that. Stitch, shotgun, you can do that. Simon can do that. I'm just gonna overwatch. I don't think the enemy overwatches this early in the game. I think they just... Oh crap, I pressed the wrong guy. That was not what I wanted to do. To move the wrong person. So misclicks are unforgiving in this game. I should probably save more often too. I should have saved after I killed those four. Alright, let me just abuse the save system here. See what he does when he sees us. Ah, he is on Overwatch, but he missed me from like a meter away. Shotguns, super effective. Alright, good. So we're gonna save here. And loot him.